test, but I know I have no leg to stand on. I sheepishly nod my head. Oh my fucking goodness. How much was it? I don't even want to know.
Hmm.
What? Around $6. $6? You
Oh,
mad?
hell
You
no!
suck,
That's oh,
nigga.
hell
What?
no!
I don't have. What's good, y'all? It's Butterfly Mac, and we back. Yeah. So, um, we gonna get into episode 2, chapter 5. We start at chapter 5. Recap. Ooh, it's been a week. I had to clip the rest of the. I finished Gray's route, so I had to clip that up, and then I also clipped the first episode up. That's why I took a little week break. But recap. Ooh, damn, what was recap? I think last thing I remember, it was but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. If you just seeing this now, you can hop on episode 1 and check out yourself, and then you come remind me if you can. You know what I'm saying. But I'm thinking episode 8. But if it moved as fast as it did, um, last time, like 10 minutes each one, I think we're gonna do more than 3, but we'll just see. All right, first let me make this outfit real quick. All right, let's see. Okay, that's easy. Do I do I have a plaid pattern? I think I do. Is that right? Oh, cool. Then. So maybe the color off is the color is off from the um picture. Hemline, bam, same pink. Where's that? Yes, sir, give me my money. Do you give me my money? Alright. Alright. Chapter 5. After a long day at work, I want to explore what my city has to offer, and I end up at the local park for a casual stroll during the evening. The park is mostly deserted. I see a couple of people walking their dogs. I sit down on the bench and enjoy the crickets chirping in the background. The night sky is clear and I can see the stars. Business is going fine so far. It's hard work, but I think I finally settled in a pace that I like. Nothing has really disturbed me from my work, even though sometimes my thoughts wander off to my memories of a certain purple-haired boy. Ever since that day in the coffee shop, I keep thinking of Nell when he was little. The memory has always held a special place in my heart, even though nothing extraordinary happened back then. He was a lost and scared little boy, and I helped him out. I never realized he thought I was a boy as well. Regardless, mixing up my gender shouldn't have Nell freaking out so much, but I can't pinpoint exactly what it is that's got Nell in such a tizzy. Not that I can really do anything about it, because I haven't really spoken to him since. I've seen him a couple times in passing, usually near the hospital. He might work there, but I'm not sure. Nevertheless, each time I see him, he's either not noticed me or pretend not to notice me. I'm annoyed by it either way. I figured we could be friends after finding out we had met each other before our before in our childhoods, but I guess I was wrong. Suddenly, I hear someone approach me in the dead of night, and I stare into the distance to figure out who it is. Where did you come from? Not a second later, I see Neil emerge from the darkness, his head hanging low, looking at the ground. He hasn't even noticed me. He's too engrossed into whatever he's doing. It seems he's looking around for something because he's checking every spot on the trail and then sighing when there's nothing there. He stops at the trash can and looks around the ground over there, crouching down to get a better view. I chew on my lip, deciding on whether or not to call out to him. Then, of course, I remember the last time we spoke, and he wasn't very welcoming back then. In fact, he wanted me to stop talking to him. So should I even bother? No, we just gonna mind our business. I watch him for a few silent seconds, deciding whether or not to approach him. Nah, fuck that nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. I know he was on some bullshit last episode, so fuck that nigga. He hasn't really been all that polite to me, so I'm just gonna keep ignoring him. Try as I might, I can't help but to watch him in the corner of my eye. He's really trying to find something. Soon enough, he's at the bench where I'm sitting. Surprise, watches over him as he finally notices me. Took him long enough. He shuffles he shuffles on his feet a bit, then clears his throat to get my attention. Excuse me. Have you seen a silver watch around here? Nigga, how you lose your watch? I bet you that shit designer just like your shirt. Man, you fucked up. I lift up my chin with a huff and ignore his question. See how he likes being ignored for a change. Neil glares at me. Fine, I'm an adult. I don't need your help. He continues to look around, ignoring me. It's so hard to get along with him. I guess having met each other when we were kids doesn't mean we get to be friends when we're adults. The thought leaves me a little sad. I try my best to ignore Nell, but I'm starting to feel unwelcome here. What what with the way he's deliberately not looking at me or searching in my general area. I decide to leave. No point in staying when I can't enjoy the peace and quiet of the night with someone rustling behind me. So I get up from the wooden bench, dust off my clothes, and start to leave. I walk in a faster pace because I really don't like how I can feel Nell's eyes burning a hole in my back. That's also when I hear this piercing sound of shattering glass.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man.
Girl, you 2 for 2. Bro, you 2-0, bro. Alright, recap. I remember this scene. Recap, first episode, nigga, we spilled coffee on this nigga's white designer shirt. And now we just stepped on that nigga watch he was just trying to look for. Got it. We're fucked. We owe this nigga probably 2 bands. Probably more than that. God damn. I look down at my feet. It seems the heel of my shoe has been driven into the glass of a silver watch. My mouth slowly shapes into an O. I think I found your watch and say nervously. Hey, just say you look. Hey, you found it like that. Don't tell him you saw it. I take a small step sideways and pick up the broken and expensive looking watch. There's a huge crack in the glass. I grimace at it. I think you may be doing this on purpose, as says Nelly, as he has gotten caught up with me. Well, I definitely didn't do it on purpose, but I'm sure Nelly will think whatever he wants to think. He snatches the watch out of my hand. See, that's some shit, and inspects it. His eyes studying the broken glass. I cringe in anticipation of what he's going to say. What? See, that's that shit. I'm like, nigga, I found it like this. That wasn't me. Didn't you say you was looking for the watch? Here it is. Like, what the hell? I require you to pay for a replacement as soon as possible. Shit. Bullshit. I want to protest, but I know I have no leg. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. First off, that nigga lost the watch. So even if it wasn't you, somebody was going to step on it, especially if it was on the trail. A dog would have stepped on that shit. Or bit that bitch or something. And all of a sudden, since he know who I am, he want to press charges. Nigga, you should have not dropped your shit. The fuck? I want to protest, but I know I have no leg to stand on. I sheepishly nod my head. Oh my fucking goodness. How much was it? I don't even want to know. What? Around $6. $6?
Oh,
You
hell
lost that
no!
bitch?
That's, oh, hell no!
What? I don't have that kind of money to spend. I shriek out. That's way too much. You should have thought about that before your heel punctured my watch. He finna get me mad. He says coolly. Man, it was an accident. I didn't do it on purpose. You should have had lost it in the first fucking place, nigga. I snapped back. Oh, you want to pin the blame on you want to pin the blame of your mistakes on me. I guess you spilling coffee all over. You don't keep on. He keep on bringing this up every time, bro. I guess you spilling coffee all over me the other day was also my fault. Now that one I take account. You know what I'm saying? I said I was sorry, my nigga. I could have, you know what I'm saying, repaid you for the shirt, but this watch? Shit, this watch is you, nigga. What? Hey, I tried to offer to pay for your dry cleaning, yes, back then, and you declined. That's because you absolutely ruined it. There was no saving it. There definitely was. I fired back childishly. Just because you're ignorant about what about the way liquids interact with fabric doesn't mean it was a lost cause. We no definitely didn't like being called ignorant on top of breaking his watch as well. It was written all over his face. He was scrawling by now.
Uh,
Being the owner of some petite little. Ooh, oh, you talking shit? Oh, let me read this. Oh, let me read this before I get mad. Being the owner of some petite little boutique doesn't make you the expert on all things fabric. Okay. I can feel myself starting to turn a little red. I know tons of things about fabric that you would never even cross your mind. That would never even cross your mind. Just because you're rich and pay for everything without a second thought doesn't mean everyone else does the same. Some of us know what we're buying and why. Bitch. A posture. Oh, I said a posture. The atmosphere is getting tense between us, but I can't help myself. If he insults me, of course I'm going to defend myself. Yeah, hell yeah, he talking slick shit. Oh, you too broke? You can get you another watch. Call your mama. The fuck? You ain't finna get that shit from me. I'll contact you again regarding the watch, and I hope that by then you learn to be more civilized. Ooh, this nigga fucking goodness. We just started and you pissing me off. Now gives me a pointed glare and then leaves the park. He dares to speak about being civilized. The guy who's been nothing but rude since the beginning has the nerve to talk about manners. And we supposed to like this nigga. I don't know how they gonna, you know what I'm saying, lean towards it. They ain't looking too good. Fine, he can come look me up about that watch, but I'm not paying him. We not giving that nigga a dime. See? Yeah, the episode's moving quick. Yup. Chapter 6. 1500. Go ahead, take it. Shit. Man, you ain't finna get 6 bands off me because you lost the watch. You better be glad you found that shit and get fucking stolen. It's been a few days since my last encounter with Nell at the park, and I've all but put the memories of it behind me, secretly hoping he just forget about it. He a petty bitch. That's a petty ass man. That's right there. I've been quite busy with my store. There's been a new shipment of fabric, and I'm excited at all of the colors and textures I have available at my fingertips. I lay them out. I lay all them out on the counter, wondering what I should create with them. A bell rings, and I look up at the door. I stop dead in my tracks when I see it's Nell again. Oh no, he's come for his watch, hasn't he? Just when I put put him out of my mind, he's here to remind me again of what transpired. Neil looks around the store a bit before his gaze settles on
hmm.
me. Good day, bitch. Good day. Good day, Amia son. I hope you're in a better mood since the last time we met. That depends on whether or not I'm going to like what you say. Clock and shit. Neil clicks his tongue at me and then leans his elbow onto the counter, clasping his hands together and resting his chin on top of them. He looks over at me, studying me with his eyes. I suddenly feel a little
Hmm.
defenseless. Let's talk about my watch. Nigga, I'm not paying for that shit, nigga. I swallowed, knowing this was coming.
Hmm.
Hold on. Luckily, I am not daft enough to forget to insure such a expensive item, especially one with a sentimental value. I contacted my insurance company and will get full amount reimbursed. Oh, so I ain't gotta pay nothing. Cool, cool. I look at him blankly. Okay, that's it. He got the money back. Well, that's definitely a load off my back. This doesn't mean you're absolved of any responsibility. Nell says in a much more serious tone. He casts his eyes down on the counter and his fingers hover over my new fabric. He seems a bit intrigued. You did still break a personal item of mine. Oh my goodness. And praise to tell, what would you like me to do about that? You've already had the money refunded, so nothing much else I can do. Unless you want to say you somehow managed to cut your finger on the broken piece of glass and want to and want to be reimbursed for that too. Nelly frowns at me, then shakes his head a little, clicking his tongue dismissively at me again. I'm not sure if such a tiny piece of glass could ever pose a threat to me. I'm glad you are concerned of my nigga. That was sarcastic. Fuck you. Well, concerned of my well-being. That's a step above yesterday's attitude. Oh, he trying to clock something. Fuck you, nigga. You had an attitude. Yeah, fuck this nigga. We going all mean. Cause this nigga be pissing me off. He's again slamming me down for my attitude when I'm merely responding to his pompous personality. Well, it's only natural to care for people who are so fragile and sheltered. I trail off with a shrug. Ooh, I can see the anger flash in his eyes. That hits the mark. I feel oddly smug about myself. Now, if only you extended that care to people's personal items, I think you may still need some lessons on that, he says, a smirk playing on his lips. This weird battle of wits is draining me. I can feel myself getting angry and impatient with Nell. What do you want to do? I mean, what do you want? I finally asked him. Nelly straightens his back. Last time you mentioned that you'd make me a dress shirt, correct? I don't answer that. It seems an opportunity presented itself, and while I do have my own tailor who has delivered some of the best work in the country, perhaps I make use of
Yeah.
your. He looks down at the fabric on the counter of skills. Nah, he's so petty, bro. I can feel his words sting with venom. He's mocking me, looking down on me. And what exactly do you want? I asked, ready to decline his
Hmm.
offer. A well-tailored blazer, Nelly says as he puffs out his chest to make a point. If it's a if it's adequate and to my taste, and I can forgive you for previous actions. You better be glad you were a rich ass nigga. So I'll do it. Not because you saying all this bullshit. I'll do it to get some attention, that money. So when you go with the blaze, they be like, damn, where you get that shit from? Girl down the street. Yup, I'm gonna get my money. I wanted I want to decline so badly. I do not much care for Nell's pompous attitude and the way he's mocking my tailoring skills. However, I also realize I've destroyed an expensive watch of his, and a mere sorry won't do. Plus, it seems he won't leave me alone. So I sigh and hang up. So I sigh and hang my head down. All right, I say. Splendid. The sooner you finish this, the sooner you can return to. He points at a mannequin standing next to the counter. This. Ooh, ooh, this nigga better piss me off.
Um.
Nell shakes his head a little. What's this doing over here, anyways? You would create much a bigger impression if. Suddenly, Nell grabs a hold of my mannequin and moves it away from the counter. Hey, I yelled out, don't just move things around in my store. Nell drops it at a place near the entrance where the sunlight hits it.
Hmm.
See, the way the light falls from the windows of the door would make this the perfect spot to highlight your latest fashion. No one asked you to start touching and move my mannequins around. Put it back. I look over where Nelly is and I suddenly see his point. Placing the mannequin into the direct sunlight gives a bigger impression and makes the layout of the store more harmonious as well. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. See, now we gave him too much. Now he got a little glazed, and now this nigga finna be arrogant. Nelly grins at me. Are you sure you want to? Are you sure you want me to put it back? He says. I have this sudden urge to wipe that smug look off his face. I scrunch my nose up. No, leave it. Just stop touching my
Hmm.
things. You know what? I'll return another time for the measurements. How about next Friday? It's not like I can say no, so I nod my head at him. Friday is fine, I guess.
Hmm.
Very well. I'll see you then. Good day. Nell fixes his collar and then looks at the mannequin with a nod and leaves the store. I'm never going to get rid of this guy, am I? Yeah, that nigga a piece of work. Woo. Hey, for these measurements, we might get a little pick. Hold on. Let's see what we on. All right. We better get a scene. It's already set up. Today Sarah decided to come over to take some pictures with me. I use her skills as a photographer to get the best shots of my clothing line, then use them to advertise my boutique by spreading flyers. It's been working pretty well, and me and Sarah are just now wrapping up another photo shoot that took place in my back room. We had a model pose for the pictures, but I put on a few outfits myself as well. It was fun. I am in love with the Xeon 20D, she says as she looks through the viewfinder of her recent purchase camera. Oh, okay. No copyright. That's why I was like, Xeon. I was like, what the fuck is that? I'm sure you've been nonstop gushing about. Let's restart. I know I fucked up. I'm sure you've been nonstop gushing about it since you got it. I reply. I know, but I don't understand how great. But you don't understand how great it is. The picture quality is amazing, and it's the most compact and lightweight camera yet in the series. I simply smile at Sarah off as she goes off on a fuck. Hold on. I need water. Wait. All right. I simply smile at Sarah as she goes off on all technical details about her camera. I don't really understand much about it, but I'm grateful Sarah helps me stage photo shoots to show off my clothes. Without her, I don't know if I get any customers visiting the store at all. Looking at your pictures, you could simply be a model instead. You got the height for it and a pretty face. I smiled sheepishly at Sarah for the compliment. I prefer making the clothes instead of wearing it. I'm only doing this for the publicity. Almost fucked that word up. I know. I'm not complaining though. At least you're a friendly face. Most of my customers are vain models who think they're the hottest thing on earth, divas in the making. They'll even try to get me to work for them for free, for exposure, they say. Sarah shakes her head in disagreement, then goes back to looking through her camera lens. Hmm, there's a creep staring at us. I blink at her, excuse me. Sarah fixes the zoom on her lens, still looking through the viewfinder. Yeah, purple haired dude right outside, looking at you. Isn't that the same guy from the cafe? She snaps a picture. I whip my head around and look over to the near window, but I don't see anyone. Oh, hell no, that nigga's stalking. There isn't anyone there. Are you sure you saw someone? Sarah walks up to me and shows the LCD screen of her camera. It has the last picture she took displayed on it. See? The picture quality is so great that I can see it 100% certain that it was Nell who's standing in front of my store, shielding his eyes from the sun to get a better look. His face looks oddly weird. I'm confused why he's peeking through the window. It's not Friday yet. Oh, hell, that nigga on bullshit. It is. Yeah, we gotta check his ass Friday. I ain't gonna hold you. Isn't that the same guy from the cafe? Has he been harassing you? Sarah asks. Want me to beat him up for you? Oh no, no need. I pause. I think. Hmm. Sarah watches me carefully. A bumpkin like you won't even recognize a dangerous situation, even if it hits you in the face. We're city folk here. It's different. How different? Sarah shrugs her shoulders at me. Dangerous. We get creeps here just prowling around looking for some pretty girl they can get their hands on. I frown at her and feel an odd chill run down my back. I'm sure that's not going to happen. Nell doesn't seem to be like that, I think. I only feel the sting of his words sometimes. Sarah puts her finger up in my face like a warning sign. See, that is going to get you in trouble someday. Just be careful, okay? If someone's bothering you, let me know. I smile at her and give her a light slap on the arm. You just want to be the hero for some pretty girl. Sarah grins at me. You know it. She tucks her camera inside of her bag. Anyways, I'll send you the pictures once I edit them. I'm sure they turn out quite awesomely. She sighs longingly. The Xeon 20D, my true love. Get a room, I joke. Sarah winks at me and then says goodbye. Once she's gone, I wonder about what she said about creeps and whatnot. Is it really that dangerous in the city? I haven't really felt uncomfortable or scared at all so far. Nell isn't dangerous, although I do question why he was outside the store just now, as he has no reason to be there. Not until Friday, anyways. Maybe he's a stalker or something. I decided to head outside of my store and have a look around, but I see no one. It's quite puzzling why Nell was here just a moment ago. I head back inside. I got better things to do. Time passes as I continue tending to the store, and eventually I place the close sign at the entrance and turn off the lights. Today was an okay day for business. I hope the pictures that Sarah took will help me out and boost my sales. I just need to spread the flyers around myself once I got them printed. Okay, okay. Now, I might give him a pass because the hospital is right down the street, and that's where he be working at. That's where the cafe is at. So he might have just been passing by, saw her, and been a little nosy, be like, "What's she doing?" And then went down. You know what I'm saying? We gonna give him that pass for now. I don't know though. Wanting to take a well-deserved break, I head over to the cafe. The sun setting in the background, making everything glow a nice, calming orange. As I reach the cafe, I spot someone familiar in the distance. My eyes bulge out a little bit as I realize it's Neil. No way. Is Sarah right? Is he some creep stalking me? Girl, you met him at the cafe. Stop calling him a stalker. Yeah, I'm on the side right now. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm on the side for right now. I stop walking, almost considering to turn around and walk the other way, but then someone else enters the scene. A nurse emerges from the hospital next to the cafe, running over towards Neil, waving a clipboard at him. He turns around to address the nurse, and they seem to be heavily engaged into some kind of dispute. There's some heated words being thrown around, and I can tell Nell does not want to be there. Eventually, he signs something on the clipboard and quickly paces away from the nurse. Of course, that also means he's heading straight towards me.
Oh.
When he finally notices me, I see a genuine surprise on his face, but it's immediately replaced by an angry frown. I didn't do nothing. Oh, great, another I just put it. Oh, fuck this nigga. All right. Ah, great, another incompetent person who always messes up. And I thought I was ready. And I thought I was already finished with work. Mel snaps back at me. I'm taken aback at his words and sarcasm. It's not like I warranted that kind of response by simply being near him in his presence. I haven't done anything yet. If I ask him, he'll be like, it's none of your fucking business, bitch. Basically, the summary of his response, but then telling him for creeping in around my boutique earlier today. Before I accuse him straight out like that, he'll be like, no, you dumbass bitch. I just was looking. Damn, a nigga can't look. So we gonna go con. We gonna go to con round, see what it do for us. Giving him the benefit of the doubt, perhaps he was just having a bad day. I decided to ask him about the nurse. Are you angry because of something the nurse said? Nelly simply gives me a loud and disgruntled huff. That's none of you. I fucking knew it. Fucking bitch. I'm getting sick of hearing like saying it's none of my business. It isn't. But at the same time, damn, nigga, like damn. Well, whatever happened, you didn't need to take it out on me. Type shit. This motherfucker choke. Oh, imagine after a long day of work trying to fix someone else's mess, you come across another incompetent person who's been known to make a mess before. Of course, I'm not going to be in a very jolly mood. Oh my goodness. He's acting like I'm some kind of speeding bull. in a China store, just a walking disaster waiting to happen. Ooh, he just happened to witness two accidents caused by me. That doesn't mean, hold on, that doesn't mean I'm like this all the time. Well, we all make mistakes, I say shyly. Your mistakes cost me. Nigga, that was your own mistake. You the one who lost that bitch. That was my fault, nigga. Fuck. I'm getting, hey. He this close. He this close. Say something else, bitch. I swear to God. You said you got reimbursed for that. I fired back. Take another deep breath. Who's gonna eyes narrow at me? And I can see he's trying to hold himself back from showing too much emotion. He takes a deep breath, closing his eyes entirely. And they would very much like to know who's the idiot. Oh, you call me idiot. They need to find out the idiot who dropped this shit. How the fuck a watch fall off your wrist, nigga? Tell me that. Dumbass bitch. Ooh. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. Ooh. And they would very much like to know who the idiot was that broke it in the first place so they can send you the bill instead. Now, unless you would like to pay that 6,000 bill. So now you blackmailing. Okay. I suggest you hold your tongue and do as I say on Friday.
The
Hell,
audacity!
you not getting that blazer. Fuck you, nigga. Y'all look down at the feeling angry but unable to speak as I know he's in the right and I hate it. Ooh. Ooh, this shit. Bro, this not even, bro. And I'm supposed to like this nigga? I'm supposed to love this nigga? Hey, this nigga done officially pissed me off. I'm not finna hold you. Yeah, hey, we not being kind with him no more. Anytime we get to fire back on the nigga, bam, that's what he get. Instead of saying another word, I simply shoot him a dirty look. Have a nice evening, Miss Yushi. Ooh, all right, lock in. Neil walks away, and I'm and I'm left behind feeling irritated once more. What a jerk! And that's how y'all end it. I am highly pissed off. I don't even want to start episode 8 because I know I gotta do some bullshit. Hey, Friday, I'm poking him any chance I get. I'm not gonna hold you making that blazer. I'm taking measurements. I'm I'm choking that nigga out with the fucking tape. Bro. All right. It's a new day. We gotta lock in. All right. The pictures that Sarah took of me last week turned out pretty well. They even got a lot of traction on social media and boosted my sales somewhat. Not by any substantial amount, but enough to see a difference. Sarah has Sarah has had to deal with me ranting about a certain jerk with no manners these past couple of days. He was simply so rude to me that day. It still leaves me fuming. Of course, Sarah offered to beat him up for me once again, and this time I almost took her up on her offer, but I'd rather not give him more fuel to blackmail me. Sigh. I I do almost I do almost anything to see him get knocked down a peg or two. Also, I didn't know where Nelly lived or worked for a while until Sarah reminded me of his last name, Forrester. Forrester, yeah, Forrester. Forrester's own the hospital, so I guess Nelly must work there if I always see to run into him in surrounding area. Nothing less. Realizing where he works doesn't matter much to my current predicament because today is Friday. Yep, Nelly's supposed to be coming over for his measurements, and I'm not looking forward to this one bit. Is he going to be snappy towards me again, insult me like last time? I really don't want to find out. Hey, we all ready for it. Hey, fire on fire, nigga. Out the bell jingle disturbs me from my thoughts, and I look up at the entrance. It's just another customer. I sigh. I helped my customer buy a dress, and once more I'm left alone in the store. It's a slow day. My eyes dart towards my childhood pictures, and I recall the time when I met Neil when he was just a little boy. He seemed so sweet and scared back then. Nothing like what he is right now. Now he's just a spoiled rich brat who doesn't know how to exercise common decency. I huff. A feeling of dread wells up in my stomach the longer the hours tick by. It's closing time and I've already put up the close sign and Nell hasn't showed up. Bitch ass nigga. I knew he's gonna do some bullshit. Even if I wanted to berate him for being late, there's no way to contact him. It's not like I have his phone number. I'm not sure if I even want his phone number. Of course, he has the nerve to show it right as I'm closing. Man, you should have locked that damn door first. I'm like, oh, you're late, I say. Nell fixes his cuffs. Nell fixes the cuff on his sleeve as he walks over to the counter, a habit he seems to keep repeating. I don't remember agreeing on business. I'm a 9 to 5. Your ass ain't in here at 5, nigga. It's closed. Nigga, I see you next Friday, bitch. Nell simply exhale loudly. Let's just get, nigga. I got plans. You missed your chance, nigga. Let's just get this started. We really finna do that? Hey, I would've. What? As petty he made me? Ah, sorry, sir. I'm closed. I gesture towards the back where my sewing room is located. The sooner I can get this over with, the sooner I have nail out my hair. It's some bullshit. We both walk. We both walk in awkward silence, and I shut the door behind me. It's just me and Nell in this tiny cramped sewing room. Honestly, what have I got myself into? Nellie stands in the middle, surveying everything with a critical eye, and I wish I had taken the time to clean up and organize everything before he could just judge me for being messy. I walk towards the crafting table and pick up my sketchbook along with a pencil. First things first, let's get a design he likes. All right, can you tell me a little bit about the kind of blazer you want? I say in a bored voice. Elegant, simple. Oh my god, this nigga. Streamlined in the most expensive and durable fabric, dark gray. In other words, perfection. Now it gives me a firm nod. My pencil hits the sketchbook. I'm not really going to pay any mind to the most expensive fabric part, nor the perfection part, but at least I got something to work with. I quickly sketch out a regular blazer, one of the most popular patterns. Nelly waggles his finger at me. No, no, no. Wait a minute. All right, Nelly waggles his finger at me. No, no, no. I'm all right. Do you think I'd be okay with commonly store-bought blazers? No, try harder. It needs more finesse. There is no way. Nah, I would mock him, cause it's like, bitch, you came to me. What are we talking about? But you know what I'm saying? This business right here. So we ain't gonna fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? So what exactly do you have in mind? I asked in an exasperated voice. Would you like a secret pocket or something to hold all your cash? This makes Nell exhale the air through his nose. He chuckled. I can't believe he chuckled. I think I'll get live without a secret pocket full of cash. But thank you for the idea. He looks amused. All right, he looking. No, no, no. Wait, we ain't giving up. Hold on. Well, then what is it? Would you like a different pattern? I got several to work from. I like more shape to it. So would you like it to be more fitted? All right, I can work that into the design. Really determined, I get back to sketching on several blazer designs. I try to put an elegant twist to it, hoping to satisfy his outrageous demands. When I finish a few, I show it to Nelly, turning the sketchbook to him. It's almost as if I'm waiting for his approval or praise, and that kind of bugs me. His golden eyes glaze over the paper, inspecting the design. He's got an interested look on his face, and he leaned closer over to the table. If you could, Nell then tries to go for the pencil in my hand. His fingers brush over mine, and he immediately jerks back, knocking the pencil out of my hand. It lands on the floor with dull thud. Ooh, I fucked that up. Anyways, he quickly bends down to grab it without another word. I wonder what that was about. It touching me so below of him or something. Nah, I got that nigga blushing. It's all good. I stare him down when he gets back up with the pencil. He tries to pass off like nothing has happened and then makes a few adjustments on my sketch with a
Hmm.
very childish way. Do you like it? Nell places the pencil down. There are weird doodles all over my original design. You are definitely the next Picasso, I say sarcastically. I wouldn't have to be if you got it right the first. Come on, man. We were doing good, bro. We were doing good. Now you want bullshit again. All right. Nell fires back, crossing his arms. Now, something like this is to my taste. I'm going to presume you don't have much high quality fabrics lying around here. Someone a sample of the fabric before you purchase it. Do you want me to send it over to you with priority?
Hmm.
Yes, I like that. I was joking. I didn't know you could joke. Dill and I stare at each other for a while, tension building up between us. He got this poker face on, and it's hard to guess what's going through his mind. Then again, maybe it's not hard to guess. All I know is Nell sure likes to mock me and command me around. We'll worry about the fabric later. I just need to get your measurements first. This is the part I've been personally anguishing at night about. Getting up close and personal with Nell.
Hmm.
Very well. I'll take my measurements. Nell claps his hands together. Oh, he's such a. Hold on. He walks to the middle of the room, expecting me to start. He's acting like he's in charge, and that's taking me off just a tiny bit. This is my boutique. He'll have to do what I tell him, not the other way around. I could tell him to take his shirt off, for example. Not that I need to. I can take measurements through his shirt just fine, but it's just for science. You already know we gotta do it. It's for the science. I give him a weary smile. You need to take your shirt off. He frowns at me, lip pursing as hold on. As he's about to object. Do you want my measurements to be off? I say to him before he gets a chance to protest. Fine. I say gruffly, go ahead. Hold on. We two hands. We gotta lock in. Nell slowly starts to take off his tie, but it stops when he notices I'm watching him.
Hmm.
Mind giving me some privacy? I just at him with a shrug. I'll be seeing it regardless. Come on, don't be shy. Everyone's got a little bit of chub.
Uh,
I do not have a little bit of chub. He fires back. I roll my eyes at him, strip. Dude, we still okay. Hey. Mel clicks his tongue at me, but he's surprisingly obedient when he starts to take off his shirt. Okay, Great had a better about that. Great had a, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna glaze him too much, but Great was better. I ain't gonna hold you. He neatly folds it and places it down on my work table. Awkwardly, he stands in the middle of the room and scratches the side of his neck. It feels out of place. He feels out of place. I grin. Good. I take out my measuring tape and I step closer to him. His eyes are following me with my every move. It's unnerving. Turn around, I say. When he actually does turn around, I'm quite surprised. I'm expected to reply with some witty comeback. I shake my head at myself and then I place the tape against the nape of his neck. And Nelly flinches at my touch. I frown at his back. Did I accidentally scratch you? I ask him, unsure. No, it's nothing. Continue. If I make you uncomfortable, let me know. I said it's nothing. He repeats itself. All right. If he says so, I pull the tape all the way down and note his measurements. Arms up, I say, taping his arms with my hand. Again, he flinches away from me, but doesn't make a sound or say anything. He's so nope. I already know I'm fucking that word up. Perhaps it's perhaps it isn't quite used to someone touching him while being measured. He raises his arms and stretches them out so that I can reach all the way around him and wrap the tape around his chest. I tighten it and press the palm of my hand against his back. He arches his back the more Yeah. He arches his back the more pressure I exert, almost as if I'm slightly pushing him away. Maybe I should try and relax him, as he seems on the edge around me. So, do you work at the hospital? I asked, trying to distract myself from the awkward silence. Neil rolls his shoulders after I pull the tape off of him.
Mm.
Why would you need to know that information? Damn. I glare at his back while I note the measurements again. Well, fine, don't tell me, Mr. Fancy Pants. I turn around, please. I grab his upper arm, noticing his skin jump when I do. When I do, and spin him around so he faces me. Now making this weird face, he refuses to look at me.
Mm.
My family owns it. That's all I'll say about that matter. Hmm. So what's this blazer for anyways? Any special occasion, I ask. Only slightly interested in the answer. You ask too many questions. And you don't answer enough, I say with a huff. If I know what the occasion is for, I can create a fitting design for it. Dinner, family dinner, he says. With your parents? Yes. Ah, so he's having dinner with his parents. His parents are the foresters. They own the hospital. I do wonder what Nell does at the hospital, but getting an answer out of him is like pulling teeth. I lower my body and tighten the tape around his waist. My eyes focus on the numbers, trying to take measurements of his waist. But that's when I notice how tense Nell is. He's sucking. He's sucking in his stomach. Stop sucking in your stomach. I don't care if you got a bit of if you got bit of gut. I need your real measurements. I tell him sternly. This isn't. This is not going to work out if I get the wrong numbers. Not that I particularly care if he wears a blazer that's too tight for him. I am doing no such thing, he denies, and my body is perfectly healthy for your information. I straighten up and look at him, to which he immediately turns his head away. You're tense, just relax. How can one relax when being prodded and poked and spun around like a ballerina? He can't relax around me. For some reason, this makes me gleeful. Like I finally have the upper hand after he's been such a jerk to me. Just breathe out and let me measure your waist. Nell takes a big breath and slowly exhales. His reactions are giving me this itch, like I want to touch him more. Like, hey, yo, I tighten the tape around him and take a step closer, putting myself. Wait, hey, it sounds like we finna get a seat. Hold on, putting myself close and personal with him. I've been trying to avoid getting too close to Nell this whole time, but that was before I knew how much he fidgets if I be up in his face. Nell awkwardly turns his face away with a cough. Are you okay? I asked him with a light smirk playing on my lips. Like I said before, I can't stop if you're becoming uncomfortable. I'm fine. His voice cracks a little. Well, if he says he's all right, I'm sure he doesn't mind if I slow down my actions to drag it out much as possible. It's like he's revealed his weakness to me, and I can't help but wanting to prod and poke at him. I want to tease him. I linger with my touch here and then and there, though still nothing down actually. Still not. Oh, though still noting down actual measurements. He's fidgeting, but for some reason he's not telling me to stop. My eyes wander over towards his neck. I can see he got what the fuck he got, nigga. He can I can see he's got goosebumps. Wait, that's not the kind of reaction I was expecting. Is he nervous? Nell notices my staring and quickly covers his neck with his hand.
Mm.
The fuck was that noise? Are you sure you even went to fashion school? You should have been done the measurements by now. You're only taking the measurements of a human, not the whole wide world. Nelly voices as a slight edge to him. All right, time to wrap things up. I'll measure his inseam one last time and then give him a pat on the back. Done, I say cheerfully. I didn't expect Nelly to jump away from me in a reaction to that pat on his arm. I barely have time to register that his feet get caught up in my tape and he topples over. Nell reaches out to me to stabilize himself. Hey, you think? Hold on. His weight is too much for me to suddenly bear, and he brings the both of us down to the floor with a loud thump. See what it look like? Okay, okay. I wait. This scene kind of fire. Let's see. I wish he wasn't so nervous though. Oh fuck, fuck! I forgot to get a screenshot. Damn. All right, we'll get it right here. Hold on. Take a pause. Fuck. All right. I'm gonna wait for this to go away. Just blocking my words. It's probably one word. Nailhead crashes against the mirror behind him, and I collapse on top of him. I look at him in surprise. He gives me a similar look in return. I seem to be straddling, and this background music goofy, bro. This shit fucking it up. It seems to be straddling his waist, and I'm way too close to his face. Nell's heartbeat thumps underneath my hand. Are you alright? I decide to ask once the shock wears off. Peachy, he says, his voice definitely cracking this time. He turns his head away from my gaze. Could you get off me now? Let's tease him a little bit. Let's tease him. What's the rush? Seriously. Neil looks at me as if I've lost my mind. How about the fact that your weight is killing the air? I tip my weight around. Say please, this is fun. He looks agitated and embarrassed at the same time. Like he can't bring himself to say the words, but knowing he kind of has to since he doesn't have it in him to throw me off of him. In other words, he's stuck with me unless he says the magic word. Neil bites his lips, please. He says with a tiny and defeated voice. Oh wait, ooh, fuck! I was too slow. I pick myself up with a smirk on my face, and it's like, where the mouse at? Oh, okay. I pick myself up with a smirk on my face. It's like I had Neil right under my thumb, or I guess in this situation, literally under me. Once I remove myself from him, Neil quickly gets up from the floor as well. Neil dashes over towards my work table and picks up his shirt. Within seconds, he's got everything back on him. I guess he doesn't want to be shirtless around me any longer than he has to. For some reason, I don't have much faith in your measurements. I could tell you had to measure some parts again. He rubs his arm while glaring at me. I smile at him, knowing exactly why I went over some areas twice. We'll just have to find out, won't we? If you got the wrong measurements, I demand you to create me an entire new suit. Right, sure. Whatever you say, Majesty. I roll my eyes at him, like I would ever make him a suit. And don't call me that. He spits out. Oh, it seems I got under his skin. It's kind of funny annoying him like this. Your Majesty, I say instead. Nelly angrily stomps his foot on the ground like a child. Any of those are any of those are unacceptable. He then quickly composes himself. You may call me. Yeah, I'm sticking with your majesty. I say quickly, cutting him off. And before he could get another word in, I circle around him and start to push him by shoving my hands against his back. I get a small rush of satisfaction when I feel his skin twitch under my fingers. Get your hands. It's time to leave now. I'll let you know which fabric I've chosen. But right now it's closing time, so get out. Damn. I keep pushing him out of the room until one final shove. Damn. Nah, I get heated. I was like, all right, bitch, you ain't gotta do all that. Get the fuck off. I be heated. I ain't gonna hold you. I keep pushing him out of the room until one final shove pushed me near the entrance of the store. He turns around, anger flashing in his face, and his ears are tinted with red. He wants to say something, but then immediately bites down on his lip and then opens the door to leave. Good night, he yells, and then slams the door behind me. As I stand there all alone, a grin creeps over my face. I got under Neil's skin. Good. He deserves it for treating me like that. See, this shit went fast as hell. Let me do a check real quick. Huh? 12, right? Hold on. Alright. Episode 9. Alright. Hold on. The shipment of the fabric swatches for Nell's blazer came in the mail today. As I stand here holding the fabric swatches in my hand, wondering what I should do. My bad. Wondering what I should pick for Nell's blazer, I realize I don't have any way of contacting him. So far, I only run into him by chance, or he came over to my place himself. This time, we didn't set another appointment, so I can't really show him these swatches. What a pain. Now I have to actually go out and find him. I'm pretty sure he raises a huge stink over selecting a fabric without consulting him. How annoying. I guess I should start looking at the hospital, ask around for him, see if he's there. Maybe I'll get lucky. With that in mind, I grab the swatches, place the clothesline at my door, and lock up the shop. There it is, Claner Medical Center, the one Nell seems to work at. The entrance seems a little daunting, considering I really don't have no business at the hospital. Still, I do need to find the man before he continues to stalk my store windows again. I gather courage and step inside the hospital. It's the first time I've been here, and I'm greeted by a white lobby with very tall ceilings. The white, um, the hospital seems fairly calm. Only a few people seem to be going in and leaving. No sign of a certain man with the purple hair. I wonder what position Nell has at the hospital. Surely he can't be a doctor. I refuse to believe someone as petty and mean as him could ever be allowed to be a doctor. Awkwardly, I make my way over to the receptionist, who is in the middle of helping someone else, so I patiently wait in line. When it's my turn, the receptionist beckons me over. How may I help you today? Yes, I'm looking for Neil Forrester. Is he here by any chance? Maybe they won't even tell me if he's here or not, or perhaps not even be allowed to, but it's worth a shot. Mr. Forrester is currently present, but he's busy in a meeting. Would you like for me to leave a message behind? Hearing him be referred to as Mr. Forrester kind of creeps me out. It doesn't suit him. Yes. Could you tell him my she? And that's when I notice it's Nell's voice. I turn my head and see a group of businessmen walking out the elevator. Among them is Nell. Actually, never mind, I say, removing myself away from the counter. I find myself quickly taking a seat near the window so that I can look at Nell, who's decided to wait in the lobby with other men, and argue about something seemingly important. I'm not sure what they're talking about. I can't understand what they're saying from here. He looks more dressed up than normal. His hair seems to be tidier. It almost looks like he's a competent adult who doesn't have this nasty habit of running his foul mouth all the time. I'm intrigued and grossed out at the same time. The men continue to discuss amongst themselves until one by one they start to leave. With their briefcases in hand, the last one shakes Nell's hand and leaves as well. There's a really smug smile on Nell's face as he fixes his tie. I roll my eyes. So full of he's probably so full of himself for closing some kind of deal right now. Maybe I should leave now before he notices me and starts to brag about it. So I stand up from the chair, ready to escape.
Oh,
Oh, hell no. Hey, I do not fuck with this look, nigga. I ain't gonna hold you. Nah, this shit not it. This shit not it at all. I, nigga, your hot hairstyle usually is way better than this. Anyways, anyways, that shit just threw me off. Amy son, I cringed. Too late. I can't sneak off anymore. Well, I came here for a reason, so I guess I might as well get it over with. Nell, I put on a fake smile and approach him. Nell runs a hand through his styled hair. It looks he looks less smug now. In fact, he's a bit sheepish. Caught off guard perhaps, or perhaps he's remembering our last encounter when I fell on top of him. That event still leaves me feeling a little awkward. Do you like to spy on my meetings? Bitch, I that implies you were actually saying something worthwhile that needed to be spied on, I retorted. Nearly waves his hand at me, dismissing what I said. Or perhaps you were captivated by my... No, I wasn't, nigga. That hairstyle got to go. I'm not been on with you. Or perhaps you were captivated by my magnificent... Hold on. Wait, wait. Lock in. Perhaps you were captivated by my magnificent negotiating techniques, or could it help but stop and stare in awe, says Nelly cheerfully, nodding at himself like this was the actual truth. Okay, I guess the awkward Nell from before had disappeared entirely because he went right back to the arrogant one. What does he want? A cookie? You want a cookie, bitch? Damn, she funny, bro. You're gross. I take it you closed some kind of important business deal, I say with a dull voice. Yup, Nell is definitely not the mature adult I thought he was minutes ago. Nell looks at me with an annoying smile but doesn't reply. That actually kind of gets on my nerves. He won't even tell me what he's so gleeful about. That's just annoying. Ah, whatever. I'm here for your blazer. I didn't have any way of contacting you, so I came here. Nelly stretches out his hand, palm upside up. Oh, hand over your phone, he commands. I frown at him. Excuse me? He beckons at me with his hand, waiting for me to give him the phone. Well, we know what it's for. I give you so. I give it to you. Hesitantly, I pull out my phone from my bag, and Nelly immediately scratches it away. Hey, don't break it. Nell snorts at. Hold on. Nell snorts at that right because you have lots of experience with that. My cheeks burn red knowing he's right about that. What in the world? What in the world kind of fossil is this? He says, looking at my phone with a expression. This is ancient. I'm surprised this still runs. I mean, it still has buttons on it. Damn, no bitch, you gonna buy me a new phone? Shit, the fuck? If you can't use the phone with buttons, then you can hand it back. I bite out. In a few seconds, he's entered something on my phone and then presents it back to me. I take it and notice he's created a new contact. His own name and his phone number are written on there. I narrow my eyes at him and quickly change his name to His Majesty in my contacts before putting the phone back in my bag. Now you won't have to come and spy on me at work, he says arrogantly. Like I wanted to spy on him. I would have brought up, be like, bitch, you can't talk. Because I can bring up the time you was looking through my window while I was taking pictures. Look, I only wanted your opinion on the fabric swatches. I got them with me, so hurry up and decide which one you want so I can finish your garment. I open up my bag. I open my bag and show him the small sample of swatches I have with me. It's mostly just a lot of different variations of gray. Nell takes it and studies each sample with a pensive look and pensive look. Now that he's all concentrated and stopped running his mouth, he actually looks real mature. I wonder how old Nell is. He seems to be. It seems, yeah, he seems to be in my hit. Why did I fuck it up? Let's restart. I wonder how old Nelly is. He seems to be in his mid-20s, I think. Although when he's in this getup and looking serious, he looks like he's in his 30s. I feel myself getting to be impressed by his looks, not having him see not having seen him this mature before. After a while, Nelly notices that I've been staring at him, and he looks up from his watches. Quickly, I avert my eyes, a little embarrassed he caught me staring. Is this all you have? He says with an annoyed huff. All the most expensive dark gray fabrics available to me, yes. Perhaps expensive only is relative to you. These don't feel at all expensive to me. I frown at him. Must he always criticize everything? Well, if it's not to your taste, then I try to grab the swatches back from him. Lily pulls out of my reach with a little shake of his head. Then he pulls out one of the samples, a dark shady gray with thick texture, holds it up in front of my face. This one will do. Surprised that he actually agreeing on one of them. One of the sample leaves me a bit stumped for words. Oh, I murdered. Great. Now I can finish his blazer. Nelly places a hand on his hip and hands the swatches back over. Anything else you need? He asks. Yeah, how old are
Uh,
you? It kind of flies right out my mouth, and even Nelly looks surprised at my question. I bite my lips hard, and suddenly I feel all flustered for voicing my thoughts. I didn't really want to say that
hmm.
out loud. Nell composes himself and simply gives a small huff. Regardless whether or not this information is relevant to the creation of a certain garment, I have to ask, is your memory broken? I simply blink at him, wondering what he's going on about. My memory. Seeing seeing my confused face, he sighs. You really don't remember.
Oh.
You asked me before when we were kids. He says in a soft voice. All right, memories. Suddenly I remember back when we were kids. I had asked him of his age, and he said he was 8, which was a year older than me. So that means present day Neil must be 24 years old. I look down with my hands in my lap, red face. Oh, is that all I can say? No, I guess I forgot until now. I'm surprised you still remember though. I don't forget things that are important to me. Oh, no. We gotta tease him with that. Nell fixes his tie. My eyes widen in surprise. Is he saying the memories he had of me are important? Am I
Hmm.
important? That means I won't forget about my watch. Of course, he's all about to watch. Is that everything you came to see me for? I'm quite busy. Yes. Don't let me keep you from your meetings or whatever he does at the hospital. Have a nice day. Same. For once, I'm what the fuck? For once, an actual civilized conversation has taken place between us. I'm almost bothered by it. I need water. God damn. I finally head home. Back at the store, I rack my brain trying to think of what I need to. Let's start. Back at the store, I rack my brain trying to think of what I need to do still to get his blazer finished. It shouldn't take long. I think I can get it fitted by the end of the week. So I decided to text Nell. Are you free on Saturday this week? It doesn't take long before I get an answer back. I have plans, but I can squeeze you in. Will you have will you have finished the garment by then? It should be ready by then, so please reserve an hour from your time on that day. Speaking of reservations, are you going to be busy next month? Damn, nigga. I'm wondering why Neil would ask me this. Maybe he's scheming something. It'll be October next month. I don't have anything planned yet. After that, Nelly stops texting, and I'm left to wonder what he meant with that question. Oh well, it's just Nell. Time to work on this blazer and get rid of him. We're not gonna get rid of him if you talking about trying to invite us somewhere next month. That's a little suspicious. I ain't gonna hold you. All right, yep. That money. Damn. I only got fucking 7,000 left. Damn. Hold on. A blazer is all but done now. After pulling a few all-nighters this week, I've been texting back and forth with Nell. He's as insufferable in text as he is in person, and we decide on a date where he could come fit the blazer. I guess the most fun part about this whole arrangement was when I woke him up with a text of mine asking him to remeasure his arm length at 2 a.m. in the morning. He belittled me as expected, but actually gave me the measurements. Ha, that sucker. I didn't really need those measurements. I just wanted to wake him up at an ungodly hour so that he could suffer with me, considering I've been staying up this late for a few days in a row. Misery loves company after all. So here I am anxiously waiting for Nell to drop by after working hours. Finally, I get to be done with this guy. The bell rings and the door opens. Nell walks in, looking quite posh and self assured. There's always this overconfident aura around him.
Hmm.
Good evening, he says. I nodded my head at him. Come with me to the back. I led him to the sewing room so that I could fit and make all the small adjustments to the blazer. Neil follows me quietly, but I can feel his eyes burn a hole in my back. It's so uncomfortable. Speaking of uncomfortable, I wonder if he'll react the same way again, like last time, whenever I touched him, drinking away from me as if I was something disgusting. I mentally shake my head. He's a weird one, but after today, it should be all over. I quickly grab the blah. What the fuck? I quickly grab the blazer that's prepped and hang on the wall, then hand it over to Nell. My bad. Nell takes it over and inspects it with a hawk eye. He slides the fabric through his fingers. Like looking at the lining and the craftsmanship, I start to feel pretty nervous about it all. To be honest, I'm preparing myself for his harsh words and criticism because I know that's exactly what he'll say. However, Nell didn't say a word. He slides it on his arms into the sleeves and puts on the blazer. He turns to face the mirror and check himself out, twisting the body from side to side to examine every angle. Okay, okay, look at this. He looks quite dapper in the blazer. It suits him, but I can already see a few alterations I need to make. It's a bit too wide at the waist. I know it's nail and all, but I shouldn't slave away for a guy like him. So it's against my principles to create sloppy garments. So I ask him, impatient for his reaction. Nell sighs and closes his
Hmm.
eyes for a bit. It's not anything remarkable. It's just a bit too white at the waist. My cheeks are already glowing pink, and I can't help but glare at him, even though he's right about that last part. What a thankless
Hmm.
man. But it's passable, decent enough to wear. Just a few small adjustments, and people might I see compliment me for wearing it. I blinked at Nell. Was that a compliment? I stare at him in shock, at loss of words. Nell notices me starting staring at him and gives me a huff. Well, are you going to continue to stand there and stare at me and all, or are you going to your mistakes? He sneers at me. He quickly takes off the blazer and hands it over to me. Quit your whining. I'm going to do it for free. I snap at him. I take the blazer and hop over towards my sewing machine and start to narrow the waistline. It should be a quick adjustment so it doesn't take long before I'm finished. The sound of the sewing machine needle plucking down fills the room, and Nell is tapping his foot on the ground impatiently. Once I'm finished, I hand it over to him and he tries it on once more. Nell looks at himself in the mirror. The fit is a lot better now.
Hmm.
Alright, it seems adequate enough, he says. A sigh of relief, I'm finished. Nell awkwardly fiddles around with the cuffs for the blazer, and if he doesn't, as if he doesn't know what to say at the moment. But then he finally does speak up. Someone might actually want to try and find out who the tailor is. At least its quality shouldn't put me to shame. The look at him, I look at him weirdly. Is this another compliment? I can't tell for sure. It's so awkwardly worded. Are you so worried about what people might think of you? I ask. Nell raises an eyebrow at me in the mirror. Then he shakes his head. I don't waste my time worrying on insequent. No, inco. I know I'm fucked this word up. I'm skipping it. Issues like that. I tried. I really did try. Your actions say otherwise, though. I say softly with a roll of my eyes. Dale definitely cares about what people think of him. Just look at how much he cares what a blazer should look like. Nell turns around to face
Hmm.
me. No one has the time to be worrying about what the world thinks of them. They only really care about what a select few people have to say, says Nell in a low and serious voice. I'm a bit taken aback by his response, as it sounds mature and well thought out, and I had expected that coming out of the mouth of Nell, of all people. It actually makes me curious if he had someone in mind when he said that. So I look at him with curious eyes. I wonder who those people are. Does Nell even have anyone he cares about? Damn, the nigga got parents. Damn. Does that mean you have a select few people whose opinion of you matters? Nell cheeks flush a bit with pink, and he turns his back to me to continue inspecting himself in the mirror. He doesn't say anything. As Neil still is still checking himself out in the mirror, he speaks.
Um,
I'll be at a party next month. People will be wearing the most beautiful costumes from around the world. I'm sure even someone like you could learn something from seeing them. I bite on my lip and frown at him for changing the subject. What is he getting at here? And why are you
hmm.
telling me? I figure you'd be interested in the masquerade ball. What would your plain dress up? What would you play and dress up all the time? Oh, then he going off of what he saw. Okay, nonchalantly as he finally steps away from the mirror. I make clothes. I don't play. I stress the words, feeling insulted. He he hand waves what I said. Same thing. Then he leans down with his elbow onto my crafting table. Are you interested? Interested in what? I roll my eyes at him. Hey, we going. Shit. You don't have to act coy. I know even someone like you would love to be invited to a ball, no matter how low status. Ooh, see, when you say shit like that, it makes me not want to go, my nigga. My nostrils flare flare up in anger. Listen here now. Under no circumstances am I interested. So I've got an invitation right here. Nell completely talks over me and takes something out of his back pocket. It's a cream colored envelope. He shifts it between his fingers, looking smug and full of himself
Hmm.
like always. Even you would be grateful to be invited to such a high profile event. You could create your own costume and show off your work. He talking business. That was my
Hmm.
first thing. Like I'll go for that. He talking shit. You should be thanking. Here we go. See, here we go, fucking this shit up. You should be thanking me for even thinking about giving you an invitation, bitch. Ooh, how dare he talk to me like that? I can take the envelope out of his hand and slam it on the counter. Who says I even want to attend? Don't just go ahead and make decisions for me. Neil looks taken aback, but then he shakes his head a little. His arrogant face is back to normal. There's a lot of people, celebrities even, who show off their various designer costumes. I think it would be wise to accept this invitation if you want to make a name for yourself as a tailor there. It's an opportunity for you to create some connections. Nigga talking. He got a point. If it's anything like he describes, people would be flaunting their costumes, and perhaps I could make a name for myself and snatch some celebrity as a client. But I don't really want to admit this to Neil. My pride won't allow it. My eyes are focused on the envelope. I'm conflicted about it. I thought I was going to be. I thought I was going to stop seeing Neil around any longer, but now he's waving his invitation in my face and could definitely be good for my business. I really don't know what to do. And what do you want in return? I finally asked. Oh, nigga, I was not finna ask. I feel like, oh, thank you. Shit. There's gotta be a catch. No way Neil offer this to me for free. God damn it. Here we go. There's with a slight smile on Neil's face. I might give it to you if you. If you dare, he says gleefully. Hey, hey, not gonna hold you. You got me fucked up. Cause you the one who texted me about this shit, and now you gonna say I gotta beg you? Get the fuck out of my face. I refuse. I say immediately. Yeah, I know my work, nigga. I'm not begging for no invitation, bitch. I'll steal that from your back pocket, nigga. Keep on playing. Nell frowns and takes the envelope from the counter and tucks it back into his
Hmm.
pocket. Very well then. I see this invitation is not wanted. You the one, man. I ain't got time to argue with this motherfucker. I will enjoy going there by myself. Yeah, you do that. You lonely ass bitch. Showing off the best costume at the party and feeling comfortable knowing you wouldn't be there to spill wine all over it. My cheeks still sting a bit. I wouldn't. I guess I overstayed my welcome here. Thank you for this blazer. It's not much. Definitely not worth the price in return for my whites. But it'll do. Enjoy your evening. Oh, he a bitch. Ah, bro. Bro. Nah. Nah, I couldn't do it. Nell fixes the blazer by the collar, walks out of my sewing room. I'm left there feeling frustrated. Finally, I thought I was rid of Nell, but then he dangles this shiny prize in front of me, asking me to beg for it. No way. I've still got my pride, yep. Nell can go ahead and visit that ball all by itself. I'm not attending. The fuck? I start to clean up my workplace, and a little while later, my phone buzzes. I start working and look at the phone. I've gotten a text message from His Majesty. Check your email. Curious at what he means, I quickly check out the email, and there's nothing new. I'm confused, so I write back. Mail, there's nothing in my inbox. You can't be this daft not to realize I meant your actual mailbox outside the store. Yeah, we got that invitation, nigga. Yeah. Big. The fuck? My cheeks flush in embarrassment. Quickly, I go to the front of the store and check out the mailbox. Yup, it's that invitation. I can feel my heart skip as I can feel my heart skip a beat as I open the mailbox. Yup, that cream envelope inside is an invitation. Yeah, nigga. I knew he was playing around. I'm not begging when you brought it up. Come on now, be for real. Sure. Unable to contain my curiosity. You know, I'm gonna take a screenshot because I can use this. Take a pause real quick. All right, you are invited to the Forster Masquerade Ball. Wear a mask so no one can tell your ID. Hide it well. There's the address to the venue on the back. I'm finding. Why are you frowning? Oh, okay. I'm finding out the invitation. No one wanted to give it to me no matter what I said, and I wonder why. Why does he want me at the party? He want to see you in a dress, all dressed up. I can't imagine it's because he thinks we're friends or anything even remotely close to friendly with each other. But then why? Why invite me? It's because he wants to show off his own costume. I'm pretty sure he's got his own tailor that's making a costume for him. Perhaps he wants to rub it in my face that his is so much better than mine. Well, just you wait now. I'm gonna make a costume that'll dazzle you. Yup. Yo, we could have put some glitter on that bitch. Alright. Shit. I'm cool. Number 11. Damn. Shit. I'm gonna keep going until my money run out, and then that's all I'll stop. So probably it's gonna be the last one. Well, you know what I meant. Today, Sarah and I are going shopping together. I asked her if she wanted to join me as I was planning on buying a new cell phone. You let that nigga talk you into buying a new cell phone? Shit, me personally, I'm like, hey, Nail, go ahead, sit down, your new phone. I wasn't. It wasn't because of Nail's. Yeah, okay. It wasn't because of Nail's comment about my phone still having buttons and looking like a fossil. Well, maybe a little. Regardless, I decided it was kind of time to upgrade it to a smartphone. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Bitch, you was on a flip phone?
What the hell is
Cause I thought it
that
was gonna say to a, you know what I'm saying, iPhone or like something else. You meant that shit had buttons like flip phone buttons. You should have been did that. What are you talking about? Especially since Sarah keeps asking me to download this app so we can chat together. I figured she'd be the best person to take with me on the phone shopping trip. That's crazy. We entered the electronics store and I look around at all the phones that are on display. Their price tags are pretty brutal. Which one do you have? I asked Sarah. Sarah walks towards one that looks sleek and black. This one, it's a Imperium 6, big, but still compact enough to fit in my pocket. I don't know what I should pick. The price tag on Sarah's phone is 600. Ooh, 600. Damn. 699. Damn. And I would prefer not to spend so much on a simple phone. Hey, back market. Go ahead, go to back market and get you an iPhone. Nigga, that shit gonna be 300, 200. Yeah, close to 700 is insane. Sarah gets distracted by the camera lens in the next aisle and she gleefully hops over to check them out. Look at these lenses. I should really upgrade mine. I like a lower aperture for, I said, for aperture in indoor photography. I pretend to know what Sarah means and on my head, all while looking at a much cheaper cell phone. The cell phone I'm holding is white with a, yup, nice, hey, that's a nice price right there, 250 price tag, and I really don't know what the difference is with the one Sarah has. Exactly, you figured it out. Perhaps you simply pay more for a brand name. That could be it.
Aww.
I wish I could go too, Sarah says all of a sudden. Huh? Go where? I ask, looking up and seeing her head pop out of the shelf. Sarah walks back to where I am, that masquerade party, of course, right? After all, I got an invitation from Nell. Obviously, I told Sarah about it, and she's been green with envy ever since. When my where is she? This bitch tripping? No, we finna go. Well, this is business. This is making money moves. What? Want an invitation instead? Can I? She said. Oh, we must be teasing her. Gotta be teasing her. Can I? She said, super serious. The pictures that I could take. I love to take pictures of the costumes in the ballroom. I almost tempted to let Sarah go in my place. She seems way more eager about the idea than I am. Sorry. Why would you play with her like that? You ain't no real friend. You playing. Sorry, I'm only going there in the hopes of finding some clients, I say dejectedly. Neil is rich after all, and I'm sure he only mingles with rich people. I don't like to admit it, but he is right about he's right when he said it's a big opportunity for me. It could bump it could bump me up in my revenue. I know. Sarah says with a sigh. I can still dream. Have you decided on what to wear yet? I can't even decide on a cell phone, let alone my costume for the masquerade ball. No, but I guess I should be diligent and make something that wows people. I love to wow Nell, making him stand there looking speechless at my craftsmanship. I'm sure you'll make something beautiful. I have no doubt about it. I give Sarah a smile. She always seems to have my back. Now, can we get back to why I'm here in the first place? I still don't know which phone to pick from. Sarah laughs and then she continues for a cell phone with me. Looks for a cell phone. She eventually convinces me to buy the white one I had in my hand before. It's a 5.5-inch screen, a front-facing camera, and does everything a smartphone should do. It's my first smartphone. Oh God! And Sarah helps me set everything up, downloading the app she thinks I would need, and explaining how to use the touch commands. That's sad. After a while, I think I understand everything well enough, and Sarah and I part ways. When I'm home, I fiddle around with my new phone. I'm entering my old contact information, copying the numbers and names from my previous phone. I even entered in Nell's number, still listing him as His Majesty. To test it out, I sent him a brief text on the chat messaging app that Sarah downloaded for me. I'm unsure if Nell has it as well, but she assured me that most people own the same app. Got a smartphone. Got a smartphone. Now you can't complain it's a false play anymore. I smirk at myself. Nell isn't the only one with a fancy phone anymore. It's not the most expensive model that he probably has, but it's something. About 5 minutes later, it vibrates and I check. I can only assume this is a Amisa who doesn't feel the need to introduce herself in the first text message to me. Yes, it's me. You're so smart for figuring that out. Want a pat on your back? A simple compliment will suffice. Mm. Let's hit him with the good boy real quick. Let's see what he said. Good boy. I'm not a dog. I'm not a dog. Could have fooled me. Damn, and we cooked the shit. And we gotta see his face. He doesn't reply anymore after that. I'm a little bit disappointed. It's a lot more fun to rib someone when they reply back to you. I guess I should start working on my costume for the masquerade ball. My dress is well on its way. The patterns have already been cut out, I just need to stitch it all together. I can't wait until Nell sees it. Speaking of Nell, he just entered my routine. I stand up straight, surprised to see him here. Nell, I question him.
Um.
Uh, I, I was just. Nell looks around the place, dropping by to see your progress. You mean my costume? Yes. Why else would I be here? You came to check out your competition? Nell sticks his nose up in the air. You can't compete with my vastly superior Tailor. He's a huge name among very famous people. I say out loud. Did you come here just to brag? I could have just simply done it through text. You could have just simply done it through text. I point at my cell phone lying on the counter. Nell's eyes perks up a little as he sees the device. He walks over to
Hmm.
inspect it. Is that your new phone? He picks up the table without my permission. Model A5. This nigga know the model and shit. That's an outdated. Damn, nigga. Hey, like like I said, are you gonna buy it for me? No, that's what I thought. Eyes gaze over me as he rattles on regarding. Yeah, I said it right. Yeah, regarding some technical info that I don't really care
Uh.
about. Why didn't you get the latest version? Because I don't have money. Because my pockets are lined with gold. Besides, I can call and text people. That's all
Hmm.
I need. All right, I almost forgot. You're quite poor. He finna piss me off. My cheeks sting with a blush. Why is he always this hostile? I'm not poor. You could have paid to replace my watch though, because that wasn't my fault. That's a whole different thing, nigga. He points out. Normal people don't just have 6,000 to drop at at moment's notice. I walk around the counter to stand in front of him. I don't have time to listen to you calling me poor. If you're done mocking me, how about you leave? Neil rolls his eyes at me. I didn't come here to point out the difference in wealth. I came to see your costume. Well, I'm not letting you. I answered childishly. Besides, it's not
Hmm.
finished yet. Why don't you send progress pictures with Snap Pic? He asked. Oh, Snap Pic. I heard Sarah was talking about that. She wanted me to use it so we could send pictures to each other. I don't quite understand the concept though. I don't have Snappic, I
Oh.
admit. Oh, it's a free app though. Anyone can get it. I just don't really know how to install it. I can't figure it out. I say with a frustrated sigh. I take the phone out of Nell's hand and turn it around, unlocking the phones and looking at the screen. A friend of mine always wanted to meet. A friend of mine wanted me to get it as well, but it doesn't. But this is all very new to me. It's very confusing. Smartphones are a mystery to me, and I'm still learning the ropes. It's frustrating to me. It's frustrating to be this behind on technology like this. Here, let me. Suddenly, he appears behind me, his head hovering over my shoulder. Instinctively, I freeze up at our proximity to each other. That's way too close. His slender fingers reach out for the phone in my hands. He flicks his index finger across the screen, browsing through it.
Hmm.
You gotta find it in the app shop first. Nell breathes, but a hair away from my ear. We'll be calm. We ain't gotta cuss him out. Nell, you're a little too close, I mutter awkwardly. Realizing how close he was to me, Nell backs away with a cough, averting his eyes. Apologies, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable, he admits. I'm a bit surprised at his meek demeanor. He usually is quick to bite back
Hmm.
at me. I was just trying to show you how to find the app you're talking about. You seem to have trouble with it. Well, it's my first smartphone, I'm saying, feeling a bit embarrassed and tempted. Nell flashes me a rare smile as he chuckles lightly. Can't believe you're an adult without ever having used a smartphone before. I narrow my eyes at him. I didn't have a rich family, I point
Hmm.
out. Well, let me. Wait, fuck. I fucked that up. Here, just let me do it for you then. I bite down on my lip, staring at him for a couple of seconds, but I hand over my phone. Nail fingers start tapping on the screen. Suddenly, he seems quite familiar with it. Within a minute, he's he's done. He is done with whatever he's doing and looks back up at me.
Hmm.
There, you got SnapPig installed. It will import your contacts from your phone, and you'll have to create a profile. Oh well, that was fast. Thanks. I say, feeling a little hesitant. Noah is about to hand over my phone, but then his eyes flicker across the screen one last time. He cocks his head to the
Hmm.
side. Who's his nasty? My eyes bulge out. He's reading my contacts. No, don't read that. I yelled out and frantically reached out for my phone. As I try to take my phone back, I end up bumping it out of Nell's hand and falling to the floor. Damn it. That bitch better not have cracked. Hey, you better hope you had warranty plan, nigga. Hold on, I got just the mic. All right. I quickly bend down to grab it from the floor, not realizing Nell has the same idea. Our foreheads painfully bump into each other. I yelp and quickly rush to stand up straight. Except I manage to knock into Nell's face again, right against his chin, a sharp pain striking me through my entire head. I bow in agony, whimpering and holding my head. It's like I hit against a boulder. What's Nell's jaw made of? When I pry open one of my eyes, I see Nelly standing in front of me, completely stupefied. Damn! Damn, you hit his nose like that? Shit! Your nose, I shriek. He's bleeding. Nell's hand reaches out to his lips where the blood is slowly inching across. Then widens his eyes when he realizes he's bleeding from his nose. Ah, my nose. Nell starts to panic. What do I do? I never had a nosebleed before. You ain't never had a nosebleed? You talking about me not having a smartphone? This nigga. Helplessly, he stands there as if his face starts to resemble a murder scene. Pinch it with your fingers, I say quickly, and keep your face down so that it doesn't bleed into your throat. Nell quickly pinches the bridge of his nose and looks down towards the ground. Give me a second, I'll go grab some tissue for you. I quickly disappear from the boutique and head to my workroom to find some paper tissues for Nell. When I got back, Nell is still standing there, pinching his nose, not having moved an inch. It's kind of funny. Here, I say as I offer the tissue. Clean your face, but don't stop pinching your nose. Nell takes the tissue from me and quickly wipes away the blood from his lips. He's still wearing that shocked expression on his face, as if he truly doesn't know what to do. He looks frightened. I take the I take the bloody tissues from him and throw it into the trash.
Um.
How long do I have to pinch it? He asked impatiently. About 10 to 15 minutes, so don't be in a hurry to let go yet. Nell grows quick, grows quiet, continuing to hold his nose with whiteless, yeah, whiteless, looking down at the floor. A few minutes pass by as we stand in silence. I can't help but to chuckle a little bit at the situation. Seeing Nell so helpless and frantic in front of me is golden. What are you laughing at? He asks. He sounds so nasal. Sorry, it's just a little funny. Is this really the first time you got a nosebleed? And what of it? Is this something common to you? I mean, common with you? Do you often secrete blood through your nose, through your nostrils? I don't know, not often, but everyone I know has gotten at least one time when they were kids. I recall the times I've had a nosebleed before in my life. It's kind of amazing Nell managed to live through life without getting a single one. Figures the first time I get one is because of you, he mumbles. What's that supposed to mean? Well, this is your fault, you know. I huff. It was an accident. It's not like I wanted to knock into you on purpose. You sure about that? You love breaking my things after all. Yeah, we gonna pierce. As much as I love to hit you, this time it wasn't intentional. I mean, got Nell's got a very punchable face sometimes, and I didn't try to hit him on purpose this time. Nell visibly re- recoils from me, eyes widening in
Huh?
shock. What? He said, oh, nothing.
Hmm.
Oh, I muttered. How about you stay away from my face from now on? I ignore his warning and take a step towards Nell. Nonsense. Let me see how your nose is doing. Back off, he says with a shrill voice, taking a step backwards. Nell looks really distraught, so I can't help but grin and corner him against the
Huh?
counter. Not a not another step, he warns me. Just let me take a look. It's been long enough by now. Don't be a big baby. No, what if my brain falls out? This nigga, I laugh. Are you sure you got any brains left in, damn, left in first place? Nell glares at me hard. It might be funny to you, but I'm the one bleeding. I promise it'll be okay. My hands reach out towards him. Nell surprisingly slumps his shoulders in the feet and let me remove the hand on his nose. His arm falls to his side, and I let go of his clammy hands. I study his face, seeing only a smidget of blood near his nostril still, but it's not bleeding yet. How does it look? He asks nervously. Surprised by Nell's vulnerable look, I can't help but to stare at him. His guard is usually up, and he's constantly arguing with me. But here he looks so fragile and a little scared. You know, I start with a soft voice. My hand stretches out towards his face. Using my thumb, I press it against his upper lip and wipe away the blood stain. For someone who works at a hospital, you know, surprising a little about medical emergencies. Nell turns his head to the side and then pushes my hand away from his face. I'm not a licensed medical practitioner. I know I fucked it up a little bit, but I still said it. There's no reason for me to know what to do with a nosebleed, he argues weakly. Well, Nell, it seems the bleeding has stopped. We can breathe a sigh of relief now that your brain hasn't fallen out. I chuckle at him. Nell's cheeks turn slightly red. Oh, a slightly shade of pink. Oh, how cute. He's getting embarrassed. That's what he gets for calling me for. Don't patronize me, he barks. He slinks away from me in the counter and skips towards the exit. I'm leaving. I can't help but snort and wave at him. See you at the party. Be sure to take tissues with you. Arg. Nell opens the doors and dashes out of my boutique. I'm a little gleeful that I got to tease Nell like that. It feels good to bring him down a notch from his pompous attitude. I can't wait to rub it. I can't wait to rub it in his face when he sees my glorious masquerade dress. All right, all right, all right. All right, so now we got to build a dress. So most likely, hold on. Most likely this next episode, masquerade ball. So we're gonna pause it here. We're gonna call it a day. I might get back on later. But right now, we're gonna call it a day right here. Let me think. Let me see what this dress look like. Let's see what we got made before I go. See, that's what I'm thinking. A little nice star, you know what I'm saying? A little glitter everywhere. Now it's gonna be a bitch to make, cause I ain't got the stars, nigga. I ain't got. God damn it! I gotta get everything. Anyways, I'm not even gonna think about that now. So we stopped on episode 12, and I'm probably gonna get back on 2-3 hours, or most likely at like 10 or 11. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, enjoyed the stream, and subscribe if you liked it. You know what I'm saying? Let a nigga know. You know what I'm saying?